Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Welcome, and thank you for visiting, and thank you for your patience. I still have COVID, like in my sinuses, but other than that, things are slowly getting back to normal. The last few days, a couple hours here and there, I did work on my Valentine's Day decorations, and I just wanted to show you. This is what I came up with. So I had these plastic wooden hearts, or not plastic, plastic wooden hearts. Oh, that's kind of contradictory, eh? Anyways, you know what I mean. They're wooden hearts. They're wood. And then I decided to decorate some more hearts. So I painted one side on all of them. The one side has been painted. There might not be completely dry. So there we go. There's 7 of them. So I painted one side, pink, different tones of red, another different, oh no, that's not painted side, that's the painted side. All right, so 2 purples, 3 reds, a pink, and a white. These reds are different. This is fire engine red or something like that, and then this was a different, and then this one is more of an orangey red. So I painted all the one side. Then I flipped them all over, and then I chose a patterned paper for the other side. So these are all patterned paper, some more bold than others. And then after I did that, I decided to decorate them, just like you would ephemera in a junk journal, right? Once you lay out your background, you then figure out decorations you want to put on it. So that's what I came up with. Some of them have 2-sided decorations, and others do not. I don't think this one does. Nope. And these guys, oh, this one does too. I decorated this side with a butterfly and then a wreath of roses. So some of them are 2-sided. This one's not. So then once I decorated it, I aimed for just the painted side. But on some of them, because this pattern was very subtle, I chose to decorate that side and that side. Now, once I did that, I went with my Sharpie, it's metallic gold, and I went along the edges just to give them that bit of gold. But because I was trying to rush through this project because, you know, I'm sick and, you know, anyways, and plus I do get anxious. I want to get projects done so I can move to the next one. I kind of went over in some places. That one I went over. And then there's another one that I went over a couple of times. Of course, it's the last one. See right there? And then again, there, because I went like this, and then I kind of went forward, and I was trying to get back. So take your time when you do the edges. Go slow. And I figured this way it wouldn't show. Like when you paint this, it does go over the edge a little bit. And then when I did this, some of them, the paper peeled. See right here, there's some white, and there's some white. The glue stuck to, because I glued them down, and they stuck to, and I used tacky glue to glue them down because it was paper to wood, and I didn't trust my other glues or glue stick or anything. So I used tacky glue to glue it down. and it worked really well. But if some squirted out and I didn't clean it up and I had it down. Oh no, I think that was the Mod Podge. Never mind. Didn't say that. Yeah, so I did the edges in gold. And then the painted side was kind of dull. Like maybe it needed multiple coats, but I only did 2 coats. And the first time I did it, no, again, that was the Mod Podge. Never mind. Yeah, so I painted it and let it dry, did a second coat, let it dry. Then I thought, you know, this is nice, but it's dull. Like the paint was dull. And I'm like, I don't want it to be dull. I don't want it to be shiny, but I don't want it to be dull. So I took my Mod Podge. It's matte, and it's water-based glue. It's a sealer and a finish. And I was thinking, okay, it's a sealer and finish, so that would be a nice finish. So I painted it on, a few of them. I think I started with 2. And it left streaks. Like on this one, if you look really close, you can see the streaks underneath. Now, it was worse than that. What I ended up doing is taking my foam spongy thing. If I can find it, it should be in here somewhere. Anyone will do. Okay, we'll just take one out of the bag. Oh, yeah, that's the size. I took the size smaller than this. Excuse me. I took the size smaller than this. So what I did was I dipped it in the Mod Podge, and then I you know, like dabbed on the Mod Podge so that I would get, where's a darker one? Here. See, it's kind of like a textured finish that way. But when I first did it, I was getting a whole bunch of bubbles. And I'm like, well, that's not going to work. And I can't go like this because it leaves streaks. Mod Podge is not thin enough that as it settles, it kind of flattens. It doesn't. The streak stays on. And then by doing this, it was at creating bubbles. And I'm like, so then I did it, like I pushed down and slowly did it. And then I didn't have as many bubbles. I still had a few, like 1 or 2, maybe 3, but it turned out better. Anyways, I finished it with Mod Podge. And then I drilled the hole. Now, a little tip. When you drill the hole before you do the Mod Podge. I did it after, so not only is that hole not sealed, but also because the surface has been sealed with Mod Podge, when you drill that hole, little bits comes up, and it kind of leaves a bump in the hole. And then on some of them, I tried to sand it down because it was really bad, and then it started taking some of the paper off. So you paint one side first. You tacky glue your decorative paper second. Then you decorate. Then you drill the hole until the whole thing is the way you want it, hole and all. I could have put the hole here, but I decided since I do have some hearts on the tree, I was going to make this one hang kind of sideways. And either way works. And then do your Mod Podge. You can always take a pin and poke out the hole if too much Mod Podge gets in there. But the hole should have been done before the finish. So there you have it. There's a project I did for a couple of hours each day while I was sick, just to have something to do. So we will go and put these on the tree. Along with everything else that's there. Now, this one was one I did last year. This was something I found in my stash that I had, and I don't know where I had it from. One side is shiny, but the other side is kind of dull. So I may, not with Mod Podge, I'm going to try and find another finish. Maybe some sort of spray that will give it a nice finish, but won't leave streaks or any kind of texture. Just flat seal. And then when I find that, hopefully by next year I'll have it. And then, now I need it not only for wood, but for paper, for foam, for any plastics, like any material that I choose to work with, fabrics. It has to be able to seal all of that. Excuse me. So it has to be a multi-purpose spray. So anyways, this is the one where I had glued last year the paper heart. It was a paper heart like this, and I had glued it on. I think it was a little bigger than this because it did cover not these holes, but it did cover those. But anyways, and then I looked at it this year, and I'm like, you know what? I really don't like that. Yeah, you can see it through, and it's a heart in a heart. But I was thinking, I like this just the way it is. I don't need that many flat hearts. You know what I mean? This is nice. It has detail on it. It's different from the others. Like even these, I was thinking I didn't really have to do them because I already have wooden hearts on the tree. So, you know what I mean? It's nice to have the variety. So I took it off. I took that paper off. And I don't remember what glue I used. You can always go back on my video from last year at this time where I had glued it on and see what kind of glue I had used. Because whatever glue it was, when I had this under warm water, like first I peeled off whatever I could. So there was only the white residue from inside, because inside it's white paper. There was only that, and then of course at the back side, which was still red. And I put it under warm water, and I was rubbing it, like scraped a bit with my nail and rubbed and scrape and rub, and it came off, glue and all. So whatever glue that was, I don't see it as a permanent glue because it was dissolving in the warm water a year later. So that's something to keep in mind. I'm going to have to go back and check out what that was. Anyway, so that's done. And then you remember I had these I had made last year. Not those. Those are done. I had made these last year. And it was 2 pieces of foam that had the glitter. And I glued them together. And I had put the embroidery floss in the middle. Then glue. And then put them together to make little hearts, right? Now, some of these, see, some of them are separating a bit. And then some of these are not quite perfect. Oh, look, there's a blob of glue there. Oh, that's the string. That's the, I had brought it way, way down. Anyway, some of them are not quite perfectly put together. See, there's just a little bit of a ridge there. This one shows it more. See, the points aren't together. I thought I started with the points and then, but anyways, it's not quite together. Well, I love these, but I'm like, it's not quite perfect. I wonder how, you think of a company, how would they cover that up? And then I came up with the idea, ribbon trim, ribbon, lace, whatever you want to call it, a trim on it. And I thought this looks so nice. So for the pink, I had the same ribbon in white and cream colored. So I put white and cream because I didn't know which one I preferred. Now, based on this, how it looks on the tree, I will choose the color to do the others maybe next year. Or maybe I'll do something else with them next year. Maybe I could put a row of sequins or something. And then with the darker pink ones, I did the same thing. This is white and this is off-white with a bit of gold. So I thought that kind of frames out the heart. And I don't know, I kind of like it. And I glued it on with a hot glue gun. And see, you can't tell the difference now. Where's that one that was really... Oh, this one. See, you can't even tell now. It looks all pretty. And you could even put, like, the flower, because these are flowers. This side's upside down, of course, because, you know, it's one way. But in these flowers, you could put little seed sparkles or you know, you could, I don't know, you could enhance it more. But I like it just like that. The heart with the ribbon, and nobody knows that it is two hearts glued together. And I love this. This is nice and simple for the tree. Anyways, so that's what I did the last few days. I took that off, the paper off of that one. I made these and I decided to embellish just a few of them, see how I feel about it. And then next year I could embellish those. Or maybe next year I'll just take two of them and try that sequence thing or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll try gold and silver. Put silver on the pink one and gold on this one, or the other way around. You know what I mean? And just see how I feel with that one. And then the year after you do those. Like, there's no rush, right? It's still beautiful just the way it is. Anyways, so that's what I got for you. I showed you the marker. When you put the paper down on this one, I use this thing always. When you do the hot glue on here, when you get towards the middle here, I've been using this little spatula. I have tons of these. So then I just did it that way. Like, I would smooth this, but then when you get to there, you kind of use this thing. It's silicone. When I needed to put something delicate down, or I wanted to position it a certain way, I use these things. What did I cut with this? Huh, I don't know what I cut with this. Huh, who knows? When you put the decorative paper on the wood, I just use nail files. Like, I'll cut it as close as possible, but not perfect. Like, it's probably a 1/4 inch of extra paper. And I just take this and go diagonally across the edge, and it does separate. So that I use just nail file for that. You don't have to buy sandpaper, just, you know, nail files. I used to get a whole bunch of them for free. So I would just, and you can get them at the dollar store. And then here's tweezers, which when I was drilling the holes, if paper got jammed, I had the 2 tweezers. I could, you know, depending which one worked better. And then, of course, your scissor to cut around before you sand. And that's all the tools I used. I did try nail polish on this one. Now, I didn't buy clear nail polish. This is a top coat, because I don't wear nail polish. So I buy these nail polish finishes. They're both a top coat for my jewelry. If you have cosmetic jewelry, silver or gold, you don't want it to tarnish, you just paint clear nail polish on it. Now, these are top coats, and normally I get nail polish that's clear. So I don't know if there's a difference, but I tried this one. This is a gel finish, so I didn't use that one. I used this one, which is just a regular top coat protector. And I had put it on thinking maybe this would have, because this, you know, when you put the finish on your nail polish, it lays flat. So I'm like, oh, maybe this will work better. So I tried that. And no, it just felt like, I don't know, like greasy, like there was a film on it. I really did not like it. So I let it thoroughly dry, and then I put Mod Podge over it, and it was fine. Mod Podge can actually go over this. So if you try this and you don't like it, you can just put Mod Podge over it. This one though, this heart it wasn't cut properly, like slices, and there was a bit of wood sticking up, a line here and a line here. And if you look, depending on the light, you know what I mean? Like, can you see that? Yeah. So, there you have it. I could have sanded it down, but I didn't feel like it. I wasn't feeling well, so I didn't put 100% into the things I did. I tried to do my best to focus and, like to enjoy the process. But when you're sick, it's not that easy to do, right? All right, I will pause you here and we will go into the living room. I have all the other decoration up. I will add this to the tree. All this new stuff and enhance old stuff. And then I'll come back for a wrap up just to see all the decorations together for Valentine's. All right, I'll see you in a sec. And I'm back. And that is I'll just slide over a bit so that you can see it full center. There we go. So that's my decorations. A lot of it is the same as last year. Not much has changed. Of course, we got Cupid way up on top. And then my banner with my hearts. And of course, I leave the stars year round because stars are always up. But I do like the gold against the red and the pink. Like gold and pink is really pretty. So I think next year, if I'm going to add anything, I'll want to add some gold. Maybe those sparkly hearts, instead of putting lace around the edges, maybe I'll put gold sequins or some gold paint or something. I really like the metallic gold. And so then there's the stars. And then on this side, I have 2 rows of hearts coming down from those candle holders. And I love those candle holders. They're the shape of a heart. Just that the pots that are on it, they're candle pots. I'm not crazy about the coloring of them. They're all different colors. Like they are nice on a table, but I decided to put it up there, and I'm not too crazy about the color of the pots. What I might do is, if I choose to keep them, because they do have lids, so if I decide to keep them, maybe I'll one day I'll paint them and then have them like white or gold or some pattern or something. But for now, they're fine. I just noticed I have 2 green on one side and a pink and blue on the other side. I should switch one from each side. But anyways, that's a later thing. So there we go. And then on that side, I have the love. And then everything on there. The bullseye with the Velcro balls, the heart, candles, roses, those little boxes, these little things, they're to hold candy. Last year I was thinking of it, and this year I was thinking of putting a little bag of candies in it, like the sweetheart candies or the cinnamon heart candies, or maybe a chocolate, maybe a mix of everything. But I'm not doing it this year unless I go out and I find some candy. But originally I wanted to fill it with candy and then give it away. like to the grandkids or you know, my kids or something. But for this year, I think we're just going to leave it as a decoration, just like last year. And then maybe next year we'll actually do something with it. And then I have my love sign and my Happy Valentine's Day little cup with the notch. And it says Happy Valentine's Day. And then the tree, I'll go a little closer. Actually, I should lift you a little higher so you're more. I did put a heart at the very top of the tree. Because I was thinking I don't have a crown for the tree. Like Christmas, you have the star. And then I'm thinking for Valentine's, there should be Cupid up there. But she's up on the wall. She or he is up on the wall. So I'm thinking maybe just have a light up heart or something. So I just put a wooden heart for this year with a bunch of hearts on it. And yeah, next year I'll have to think about the crown. And I'd like to add in some more gold. I got gold ornament balls, and I got the rose gold. But I think I need to add more gold, more filigree, like those 2 filigree hearts. You know, just to fancy it up a bit. But other than that, I love the way it looks. Do you remember last year I made these beads? And then there's a couple of hearts hanging off of the string. I made that last year. Then I did the plaque last year and that plaque. And then I'll show you around on the other side, because I decorate both sides, the front and the back. So there's the side. And then the back. I have one apple down here, right there. There's one apple. That was from when my girls were little. I had bought ornaments. There was a package of apples and a package of strawberries. And I found out one of my daughters had, like, I saw the bite in the strawberry, and I guess one of my daughters tried to bite into it thinking it was real. Oh well, somebody loves strawberries in the family. And yeah, and they got damaged over the years, and I only had the like a few left. And I remember I didn't want them for the tree anymore. I didn't feel like it belonged on the Christmas tree. That was just a theme I had for a couple of years. And so I gave it to my mom, and I guess she still has one of the apples. I think she had one strawberry too, but it was probably broken. It was foam. They're both foam. And I think there was something wrong with it, and I threw it away. So it's just an apple left. The apple of my heart. I believe that's a saying. You are the apple of my heart. And then there's that side. So I have and of course the other decorations are all the back side. So there's nothing decorated on this side other than the tree. But yeah. And then we'll go back to this side. So it's all around the tree, the decorations. And then we're back to the front and center. So I will wrap this up now. This is my Valentine's Day decoration for 2024. And I am going to do my best to be back on Monday. Hopefully next week will be my full week back. I still have planned to do the craft room tour, which will be either Monday or Wednesday. And then there's the gardening one that is going to be either Monday or Wednesday. So I'm going to get those two out of the way first. And then come Friday, we'll go back to the journals. And we're going to start pulling every time one out of the box and work towards finishing them. So that'll be on Friday. So hopefully next week I'll be back 3 days. Like I said, I'm still sick, but it's the tail end. It's all in my sinuses. It's just a matter of, maybe another few days and I'll be 100%. And I will say goodbye. Thank you for visiting. Remember to do what makes you happy and everything else will fall into place. And everybody have a good weekend. And I will see you all, what's that expression? If all goes as planned, I will see you on Monday. Take care, everybody. Bye for now.